Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Nuggets News. Today we're going back to the whiteboard to try and answer that question, is now a good time to buy Bitcoin? And I want you to think about that 4-year super cycle video that I did recently. So many people are obsessed with picking the bottom or selling the top, and it's not going to happen, guys. There might be one or two traders that actually get that number that you see on your chart. It is not that easy, so stop being obsessed with picking the top and the bottom and take advantage of the longer time cycles. That is how great wealth is made. You know, I've been helping people do this since 2012, and I had to be so patient for years and years before I'd really accumulated that wealth. So Bitcoin works in these 4 stages. When the bull market begins, more people get aware of it. The blow off top, when everything goes parabolic and everyone's euphoric, thinking it's going to go on forever and everyone's going to get rich. We then have these sharp corrections when everyone thinks Bitcoin's dead and it's only going to keep going down. It's so painful. And then that crypto winter, that accumulation. Now, every time we go through one of these cycles, that winter, that accumulation phase is the best time to be buying crypto, but no one does it because there's no news, there's no emotion, people aren't educating themselves about it. People just purely trading on emotion and community and who do you align yourself with and get your news from, who knows what they're talking about. All these things are so hard if you're new to this space. So obviously that's my job, trying to break all this down and give it to you guys in an easily digestible format. So the next thing I'd say is make a decision about whether or not you're going to be a trader and realize that that's hard and it takes a lot of years to refine. So many people jump in, they think they're going to trade, try to get rich quick. 90% of people lose money. So please practice and take the time to learn before you trade, because you're going to lose. The most of you should just be investing, and obviously that becomes a journey as we see Bitcoin goes up. When all the new people get into Bitcoin, then they learn about Ethereum. They look down the list and start to invest in other altcoins. So again, we have that alt cycle within the bigger crypto cycle as well, which is something I'll talk about. For a lot of people, the best option is long-term. Hold on for dear life because of this whipsaw and this volatility. Don't try and time the ups and downs at all. And we're seeing a lot of people now put a small percentage of their super into Bitcoin and just leave it for 10 or 20 years. And that's very easy to do with New Brighton Capital. We've got that link in the description below if you're interested in that. So now we've had this big run up. Are we going to get a pullback? What's going to happen next? So if you've just decided that you're not going to be a trader, why are you obsessed with trying to time the market for this little dip that might last a day, a few hours, maybe it lasts a couple of weeks? Dollar cost averaging is the best formula for the majority of people. And once you come to terms with that, you're going to be a lot less stressed. Think about this longer cycle that's going to play out, and then the big blow off top that's probably going to happen in the coming years as well, and start to make a plan about what your emotions are going to look like and if you're going to sell. And that is the biggest focus of our community, trying to pick these big tops and these big bottoms. Now, recently we didn't pick the bottom perfectly either, but if you had bought when there was the blood in the streets, when it was capitulating at 6,000, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, everyone was telling you Bitcoin was dead. If you'd have just been buying a little bit each week, your average price is probably $4,000, and now Bitcoin's 8. So you've already doubled your money, in a couple of weeks, since we've only entered the very first stage of this next cycle. So hopefully you guys are starting to see why I put so much emphasis on psychology and education and being part of a good community to have the most well-rounded approach. Now, if you are a little bit more advanced, you are a trader, this is the things that I'm looking at. The RSI on the daily and the weekly is pretty extended, so we will look for that to cool off in the coming days and weeks. The moving averages, we want them to pull back to the averages. Fib retracements, we want it to pull back to the higher fib levels if we are truly in a bull market. And obviously, Elliott wave for the really advanced traders among you. We have a few of those in our group. I follow a few of those guys. I try and take that into consideration as well when I'm doing my analysis. So my take-home message is today, for the majority of people, dollar cost averaging, buying a little bit of Bitcoin, getting started in your education, having a good community, and being aware of your emotions so that you're not a victim to the trader psychology of doing the wrong thing at the wrong time. I'm very excited. Please watch my Bitcoin 4-year super cycle video if you haven't already. This journey is just getting started. I hate it when everyone gets so obsessed that they might have missed the bottom when we're only here at the beginning of that next journey that we want to share with you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Please share this with friends and family. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you again soon. Cheers.